Okay, we've started now. Let me just wait for a few seconds for me to get the notification that I'm actually streaming. Let's see. I think I should be streaming. Let's see. Okay, there we go. The video is on. I'm officially streaming. Okay, hi guys. Happy New Year or New Year's Eve, depending on where you're from. I don't know if you guys can hear, there's firecrackers going on in the background. Hopefully it won't be too distracting. Let's turn that off. Yeah, so I'll be playing a few rapid games and gonna try and break into 1500. Let's not waste any time. Let's see how it goes. Let's go back. Okay, there could be a threat here potentially at some point. Let's develop the knight, makes sense. I'm surprised to see that. I think my attack should just be faster. I think my attack is just much faster. Now how to continue? Do I take the knight? I'm fine with this. Actually, yeah, he has that move. He can take the knight here though. Or you can block with that, which I missed. Thought that was just mate. Let's go back. He's threatening this pawn. But I think I have this. Should probably stop and think for a bit. That would probably be helpful. Like maybe I can... How to do this? Maybe just coming here. He takes. Come here. Comes here. Oh, he's also threatening this pawn as well, which I missed. So, I need to think for a bit. Okay, what to do here? what to do here. Threatening this pawn next. Wasted so much time on that one move. Wasted so much time on that one move. Is there a check? Takes a check. Takes check. Does this work? I don't even know. Does this work? Ah, this doesn't even work. Damn it. This doesn't even work. What a blunder. What an epic blunder. Ay, ay, ay. What a way to finish things. What a disgusting game, though. And I was doing so well at some point. I don't know what happened. I should have pushed one pawn more. There's one trick. One trick. Just not enough time to do anything here. That was a pretty bad game. Let's see what happened. think I definitely had a huge advantage at some point, but I just blundered it all away. I don't know how it happened. 90% accuracy. Makes sense. Yeah, here I was just doing quite well. Yeah, here I just missed that he could just defend with his... I was just so dumb by me. I should have just thought for a bit more that he could just defend with his queen here. I should have just moved my rook here. That was very, very dumb. After that, I think things just sort of fell apart. Here I just also had this move as well, but I was just maybe playing a bit too quickly. Actually, I did play it. What am I thinking? What am I smoking? And the best move is just to bring my rook to a4. And instead I was worried about this fork. What happens actually if I... but if he forks me, I can just take with check. So he doesn't have time to do that. Alright. Alright, there's no time for him to... And here I had another winning advantage. Here, what should I have just done? Wait, what was the point of this? Just... What? Yeah, but can't he just... How did I... What was this about? I was thinking of this exact move. But I thought... What was I thinking? I thought he could just take my queen. But then that's just mate. That's what I missed. He can take the queen, but it's still mate anyway, because I have this... horrible game. So many chances to win. So frustrating. So incredibly frustrating. To blunder such a winning position. Takes. Here. He brings his knight in, targeting my bishop. That's too solid though. Especially when his king is not castled yet. I should definitely be trying to attack. Let's keep developing. Next he brings his bishop out in castles, so if he wants to take this pawn here by bringing his knight, I think I'm fine with that. Take back with the pawn. Okay, he goes back. But isn't that just a... No, it's not actually. I was thinking of taking here. He takes here and I take the bishop. But it doesn't work because he can take back with the queen. So now what? I'd love to come here with my queen and target this pawn here, but he's just gonna trade off immediately. So that's not so good. Here, queen. All right. All right. If I retreat my knight, it's just... it'll be a bit offside, so let's not do that. I'm fine taking here, I think. Wow, this can't be right. That can't be right. Okay, but now actually this pawn is just huge plus for me. So maybe just let's push on the queen side. Here, takes. Okay, he does this instead. But here, it's just a free pawn. Finally. He can't take because he hasn't developed his bishop yet. His rooks aren't connected. So that's good. At least got a free pawn. Wow, really? That's interesting. So he wants to take... I don't think that works. Because if I just take here, he takes... Oh wait, no, actually, what am I smoking? I would have blundered my bishop here because the queen is here. So I think the best thing to do is to take the knight here. Yeah. And then should I maybe put this behind the passed pawn and then prepare to push? Let's go here. I was thinking this, just forking the two rooks. If you tried something like that. So and if you okay, he just decides to, but here it's just a fork, the two rooks. He's just forking his two, got his two rooks forked. I think I'll take this rook on f8. He can always block with his rook here, this bishop here. Instead he goes for this. Maybe a check first. Maybe give a check first. Let's see what he does. Okay, should be a bit worried. Not okay. Now what? Need to focus a bit here. How do I... Okay, let's not blunder again like we did in the last game. He's threatening this potentially. And to... So if he comes here, I can just run here. Hopefully that's not a blunder. Threatening this. D7. Check. My rook. Let's see what he does. Wow, he decides to run, eh? He decides to run. But here I think I can just force a trade of queens. I think he has to take, otherwise he loses his rook. There's that as well. So I can block with my queen. If I block with my queen, careful. If you block with your queen, you just blunder your rook. Let's go here. I've got to be a bit careful. This should be easier than it actually is, though. Let's go here. This should be much easier than it seems. I don't know what's happening. Okay, let me stop talking. I think that's the problem. I'm losing focus because I'm talking too much. Let's focus. Okay. Start to push this pawn. Okay, he resigns. There we go. First rapid win of the day. Hey. I don't know. Should we review this game? I'm sure there are a lot easier ways to win. I don't know what happened. I just lost a bit of focus there at the end. Things got a bit messy. Okay, let's review. It's still analyzing. So many blunders. Yeah. 79% accuracy. I could feel it. Okay, here, should I just push the pawn? Alright. Yeah, that was just a huge... Okay. Here, they're just saying push the pawn. I went with this instead. This was much more winning. I lost a 2-point advantage. What was the point? It goes back. Oh, okay. Then I just win the bishop. Okay. I just saw the most clear thing. And took there. That was a blunder. Because of that move. Alright. Not the best game by me. 3 blunders, 79% accuracy, but I was basically winning throughout. Alright, let's try the next one. Once again, we're on the cusp of 1500. So let's try and get there this time. Okay. Guess I'll take. Let's see. Let's see what he does. Let's trade off some pieces. Another fork. Okay, there we go. Finally, back over 1500. Now let's actually try and stay there this time around. We broke into 1500 before, but it didn't really, we didn't stay in the club for that long. Okay, let's quickly let's look at this game. It was a pretty clean game. That was just a huge blunder. Okay, here I was already doing quite well, and then yeah, after that it was a bit of a cleanup job. Okay, so 94% accuracy, basically winning throughout the game. Okay, fair enough. Let's go see if we can raise the rating a bit more. We've basically already achieved our goal, but there's this chick. What does that actually do? Not much, except help him get developed. I think first I'll just castle and then try and undermine his pawn chain. Okay. I think I want to push this pawn as far as I can get it. I think this is actually far enough. Now I want to develop my bishop. Or maybe my knight first. Okay. Not sure that's such a problem. Do I want to trade off the bishops, the dark squared bishops? And then bring my knight here. But then this pawn here will be quite weak. Maybe put my knight here and then try and bring it here. Oh, but this is actually a blunder, isn't it? If I come here, you can just take this pawn. If I take here, he just takes the rook. So let's not try something like that. But trying to defend this pawn like this is a bit too passive though. It's a bit too passive, I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's try this. Not the biggest fan of my position, honestly. I really don't like it at all. My knight looks horrible here, and I have no idea where it's going. Okay. Okay. But this is a nice gift from my opponent. This is a very nice gift. Maybe here. Yeah, this is a nice gift from my opponent actually. He did me a favor. I really appreciate it. Now let me just get rid of this. Okay, yeah. I think I'm happy with this. Yeah, position is improving a bit. If he pushes here, I just go here, tuck the bishop in. Okay, there's that which I missed. But I can just go up here. Next, maybe, I don't know where to put my king. Sorry, my queen, and where to put my rook. Those are the pieces that are kind of misplaced. I guess I can... Maybe I come here. Here. He moves the bishop here. And I can just threaten to take there. If he moves the knight. Unless he takes here, then I can't take back, so... Not sure. Let's not take too long. Threatening this now. And can't take because his queen is hanging. Next, maybe I can put my knight here. At least I've gotten rid of one pawn. Destabilized his pawn chain somewhat. Let's see where he moves. Let's see where he moves his queen now. I do have to be careful though if he comes here, because he can... No, actually, I was thinking maybe you could take here, but he can't. Alright. Now I come in like this. Let's see. I might actually be threatening to take this knight now. And then bring in my rook like this. But it seems a bit sketchy though to do that. Takes, captures back with the knight, and I take here. can maybe just come here. Just up a pawn. Let's first create Luft for my king, and then maybe put this here. Okay. At least my king has an escape square in case anything goes wrong. I'm threatening this. If he moves the knight somewhere, just take the bishop. This pawn is protected. So, not sure what he's doing here. He's getting a bit low on the clock, which is a good sign always. Alright, so he has this. What is this? What is this? Is he trying to trap my rook or something? It might be what he's up to here. Maybe he's trying to trap my rook. Okay, what to do? Speed up a bit. My clock is getting quite low. Luckily, I'm still protecting this. Completely forgot that he might be threatening to win that at some point. Threatening here next. I just missed that. Okay, at least I'm up on the clock. Not sure what to do. Alright, I kind of messed up a winning position, but at least I'm up on the clock. So there's no way I can mess this up in such a, when you're so low on the clock. There's no way I can mess this up. No way I can mess this up. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's analyze this game. I was definitely winning at some point. Very easily winning, but I think I kind of messed it up a little bit. Let's see what happened. Just let the computer analyze a bit. Okay, I was towards the end he was winning, but other than that I think it was a pretty smooth opening and middle game for me. Even the end game was going well. I just saw he had less time, and that's why I started playing a bit carelessly. This is quite good for me. I thought I wasn't doing so well because his pawn chain was so advanced and my pieces not really that developed. He's definitely occupying more space than me, so I would have assumed he would have the advantage, but I guess not. I wasn't really seeing where my pieces were gonna go as well. Like, there didn't seem to be too many great squares for them. Okay, I got this move. Computer's saying just forget about king safety, push your pawn up the board. Interesting. It's a bit too bold even for me to play a move like g4. Okay, develop the knight, seems logical. Yeah, here was just a huge mistake. Like, I even called it during the game. I thought that his knight was very good where it was. I thought my knights, it wasn't clear where they were going to go. So he should have kept his knight in the game and let me struggle to come up with a plan. He sacked his good knight and helped me to develop my pieces. So that was a big blunder by him. I concur with the computer on this point. Oh, but I blundered as well, apparently. Should have just taken there. Yeah, I should have just taken there, because now you can just go back. Should have taken there. That was very dumb of me. Like, I could tell that. Okay. Yeah, I was surprised that he gave up the knight. Here, even now, the computer is saying just take this bishop because you can win the rook, which I missed as well. I only saw the tactic later, but in a different position. So you can actually just, okay, interesting. You can take with the knight here. Win this rook, missed that. Okay. This was fine. Here the computer is still saying just take the pawn. What are you doing, dude? Okay, that was a mistake. What happened here? Because you can just move his rook. Interesting. Yeah, this was just I'm happy that I spotted that tactic though. Actually, no, I didn't spot it even here. The computer is still saying just take with your knight. I still didn't spot this tactic. I just saw a chance to attack his queen, moves out of the way, and then I spotted this tactic where I just move my rook here and then sack and then take the pawn on c4. Okay. Wow. Apparently the tactic I spotted wasn't even the best. The computer is just saying take with the rook. I took with the knight instead and put my knight on a good square, and then from then on yeah, opening up was a big mistake. I gave him my knight and I gave him winning chances as well, and I also missed the fact that I could give him a check with the rook because the pawn would be guarding it. Yeah, but here he just had no time. And I missed mate in 3 as well. Not so sharp today. Not so sharp. Alright, let's just try and go for one more game and let's see. One more game. Except if I lose, then I play another game. I'm going up against an Iranian. Let's see. Queen's pawn opening. He's taking his time. Maybe he's not so familiar with the opening. I'm also not too familiar with the queen's pawn opening, but the collie system, interesting. Check. Potential weakness. But how to exploit it. I'll think about that later on during the game. Let's just castle now. He's not castling though, so that's interesting. I wonder why. Is he waiting for me? Or is he trying, is he thinking of attacking somehow? Okay, he doesn't. He might be threatening to put the queen here. Yeah, his pieces, it seems like he's you know, preparing for an attack or something. There's some music in the background. Hopefully I won't get a copyright strike. Hopefully no one can hear it. Okay, so now to develop this bishop, I can maybe push here. Let's try it. I don't think I wanna. I can obviously take his bishop with my knight. Takes with the rook. But and then what? Then I bring the queen. And I bring the queen in here afterwards. Let's not go for that. Maybe I should have gone for that. Actually, maybe that bishop is too strong. Maybe I should have just taken it. Yeah, I should have taken the bishop. That was a huge mistake by me. Should have just taken the bishop. Here maybe takes. Yeah, I kind of messed this up. So here maybe. I hope I'm not blundering anything. Now I want to get rid of the bishop. I made a mistake by not getting rid of it before. It's too strong. Yep, can we please trade bishops, please? Yeah. Okay, I go back. But then if I go back, he brings the knight in, so If I move the bishop, the knight here, he comes here. Tricky. Okay, let's trade queens. I think he's playing this quite well. He's putting me under pressure. Doesn't want to trade queens. What to do? Let's try and open things up a bit. Okay, maybe that was a mistake as well. I don't. Maybe that was also a mistake. Should I just be greedy and take a pawn? If I take here, okay, he doesn't have this check. Okay. Oops. I think I can just take. And so if I take here, he takes here. If I take back, there's this check here, which I don't want to allow. Maybe take here. He takes with the rook or the queen, threatening this still. Let's try this. It's a bit of a cowardly move, but if he takes now, I can just win a rook, and then I can take the pawn back later. Cowardly chess. Attacking this rook. Okay. What to do? Should I just come back here? Let me just take this pawn, but then he takes back with the queen, and then he can't actually take back with the queen. Let's just take. And let's come here, threatening to win a pawn. brings the rook here. I just bring my queen here. Try and trade things off. Need to concentrate a bit. It's getting a bit tricky. Here. so low on the clock. But the position should just be winning. Yeah. What am I doing? Ay. No. It's quite bad what I just did. Okay. Oops. Damn it. Oh wow. I managed to win on time. Very lucky. Super lucky. Ay. was just a winning position at the end, but I couldn't. I was getting a bit nervous. Okay, maybe I should just stop here, honestly. I think that's probably enough. Let's check out my stats. Okay, this is my highest ever rapid rating, 1519. Alright, pretty good. I think I'll call it quits here. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and Happy New Year. Bye.